my channel, Southern Tea. It's the girl, Lady J, back bringing you, my commentary on what's happening as it pertains to mostly female rap and, sometimes different news. But before I get into this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me, comment, share, and baby, you've already here, so subscribe to the channel. So there is a few topics that I want to get into today, so let's go ahead and talk about it. So the first topic I want to get into real quick is Hot Spice. Okay, so your girl that rose up on Billboard once again. She got 2 songs. So her solo song, In Her Mood, it is now at number, I think, 68. So 2 weeks ago it was just at like 83, 84. Last week it was 70, 71. So, and this week it was 68. So we'll see where it is next week. So she's steady climbing them charts with In Her Mood, which is a cute song. Okay, it's a cute song. I ain't gonna lie, I be playing that hoe in the car. It go off in the car, but really, Gangsta Boo is that girl, okay? That's my shit, and it's really the sample that I fucks with. And I ain't gonna lie, acting a smoochie, that's starting to have a hold on me too, okay? And the thing about Hot Spice is she really don't even be talking about shit. She just know how to vibe on a catchy ass beat and make that shit bop, okay? Just making bop music. She know what you call lyrical or anything like that. And that's not to say she can't one day get to that caliber. I think all rappers should, aspire to that level of some sort. But as of now, she really don't be talking about shit. But, the beats be catchy. She got this smooth-ass voice. And she know how to vibe and flow with the beat. So I fucks with that. I fucks with In Her Mood. I fucks with Acting a Smoochie. And I fucks with Gangsta Boo. And I got to keep it all the way up. I fucks with Princess Diana, too. So the people really seems to be fucking with Ice Spice. And word on the curb is she is coming real close to passing Cardi B in monthly Spotify listeners. So Ice Spice, who only been popping for like literally just under a year, is at over 29 million monthly listeners. And Cardi is a little over 31 mil. So Ice Spice was just at like, 6 million 2-3 months ago? Which means she is doing what a lot of these new hoes not doing. And that's growing a fan base. Let's keep it a buck. Ice Spice knows how to move, and I think she kind of moving how Doja was, keeping it cute, playing it neutral, showing love when necessary. So at the same time, Cardi only got 1 album, okay, and since that album she only gave y'all 1 solo song, and that was Up. She has not given y'all a solo song since, because WAP was a collaboration, 3 years old collaboration. Cold Shit was a collaboration that never popped off and was technically supposed to come out in 2020. That DJ Khaled Big Papers record was trash and made no noise. And all these remixes she been doing been a mess, except for that Tomorrow 2 verse. So, which, people really seem to like. So her fans really don't got much else to listen to besides that album. And they have 0 new solo Cardi music to listen to. So it's only so much of Invasion of Privacy they're going to be able to take, okay? So where is the new music you say you're going to have come, Cardi? Okay, ain't Rolling Loud coming up? I know you ain't trying to perform my old shit, okay? So y'all let me know what y'all think about that, though. So now, speaking of Hot Spice, Boys Are Liars is number 3 on Billboard, and I would not be surprised if this record reaches number 1 or 2. People seem to really fucks with this record, and I don't even be really hearing this song on the radio, but maybe it's on pop radio. I don't know. I know one song I do be hearing is that Lottery song. When I do cut the radio on, I hear that song, and I know that fucking much. So I feel like Ice Spice not even getting that type of radio play and push that, Latte is getting, and still whooping her ass in sales and likability wise. Because every time you turn around, Latte and some bullshit, which we gon' get into that in a minute. But congrats to Hot Spice and the Pink Panthers, okay? Now, the last thing I do want to talk about as it pertains to Ice Spice is these wild-ass Pete Davidson rumors that was floating earlier this week. First of all, I didn't even for a half a second believe that crock of bullshit. I don't ever see that. I don't see Ice Spice being attracted to the likes of a Pete Davidson. And that's no shade to him. I mean, it kind of is, kind of ain't. I can't tell you what she like or don't like, but I can tell you what she rap about liking, okay? And that's wanting a gangster boo, a gangster ass nigga. It ain't shit gangster about the man who got punked by Kanye, okay? So ain't shit gangster about a nigga with Kim Kid's initials tattooed on his ass when they only dated for like 6 months. Like, ain't no gangster about Pete Davidson to me. Like, I low key feel like she really entertaining either the likes of a Drake or a Lil TJ. Even though Drake ain't really gangsta, he can make some phone calls and get some shit handled because, you know, he plugged in. And he got the pull in the industry and can open doors for her. And I think Ice Spice is going to take advantage of that if she hasn't already because, you know, he did follow her back, okay? So I definitely do no doubt feel like, you know, she is not fucking with no Pete Davidson. That nigga don't even look clean to me. Like, he literally looked like he washed his ass once a month, in my most humble opinion. So let me know your thoughts on that below. So the next topic that I want to get into is Coi, okay? So Coi Leray has teamed up with Big Boss Vette for the remix to Big Boss Vette's song that has been going viral and trending on TikTok, and it is called Pretty Girls Walk. You know, that all the pretty girls walk like, you know, that song. So now, personally, you know, I thought it was a cute little song. You know, I think it's cute. I think it's catchy. And, you know, I think little teenage girls gonna eat that shit up. And Coi did preview her verse on her Twitter last week. And like I said in my last video, I thought it sounded low-key good. I thought it was all right. Now, the song has dropped. It dropped like a couple of days ago. And I still stand by what I said. I think the song is cute. And I wouldn't be surprised if we did see this on Billboard, like in the low 80s, 90s, like in the next couple of weeks. Only because, you know, it is trending and going viral on TikTok. And, you know, they got a little dance to it, and you know that's the whole reason why Coi hopped on the remix anyway. So I think Big Boss Vette did right by adding Coi to this remix. I think that's gonna do a little bit something for her. I think the beat did fit Coil's voice, her cadence and style. So I think the song would do decent, and I think the song would do well really on TikTok, and that's something, you know, I'm gonna be, you know, checking out to see. So let me know what you think about it, and if you are here for the remix to Pretty Girls Walk. So the next topic I want to get into is Cardi. So Cardi is trying to apparently increase that net worth because apparently music ain't going to be in her future too much longer, okay? Because it's already taken sis over 5 years to put out that second album or even go on tour to add to it. So I highly doubt she will even be considering a third album. So, you know, word on the street is, according to many news source outlets, Cardi is planning on releasing a cosmetic line, which will apparently have hemp oil as an active ingredient. And she's going to be teaming up with a company called Africa Delights Cosmeceuticals and Hemp Inc. to do so. So she plans on dropping it this year. And, you know, the name that she is going for is KWB, which stands for Culture Way Beauty. You know, that being named after her kids. So let me know how you feel about it. Before I give you my 2 cents, I want to get into a little bit of this write-up that I had came across. So I'm not going to read the whole thing. I only got a couple of paragraphs that I thought stood out to me. So this is where I got my information from. So we'll say Cardi B is joining the ranks of beauty moguls such as Rihanna, Kylie Jenner, and Kim Kardashian with Culture Way Beauty. Her history of skin breakouts inspired the creation of this line, and she's excited to inspire young girls to follow their dreams by taking action. With more than 158 million followers on social media, the star's notoriety and influence supersede her. The Barty Gang loves her not only for her musical abilities, but also for her community awareness efforts. Culture Wave Beauty is set to launch this year. Details on where to purchase the products will be announced soon. Will there be a WAP moisturizer for the face? We don't know, but with Cardi B's passion for empowering women and Hemp Inc.'s industry expertise, Culture Wave Beauty is poised to make a significant impact on the beauty industry nonetheless. Child, not a goddamn WAP moisturizer. I don't know who in the hell would want the smell of pussy to use as a facial moisturizer, but hey, different strokes for different folks, I guess. So let me know what you think about all of that. I mean, personally, I don't give a damn about no cosmetic line, okay? I don't even be wearing makeup like that. I'm personally not into that, but I know a lot of girls are. So, you know, but my thing is, I feel like when it comes to women in the industry, I feel like this is already a saturated thing. Okay, my thing is, I feel like Rihanna is already killing shit with Fenty. It's a $1 billion brand. Kylie doing the thing with the Kylie Cosmetics. Selena Gomez got her thing. Ariana Grande got her thing. Kim K got her thing. So, I mean, the influencer girls are now starting their own makeup lines. So, I mean, goddamn, I'm good on the beauty lines. Okay, be different. I mean, Cardi can do what she want to do. I think Cardi is a good brand ambassador, but I don't know about people buying her cosmetic products. When I think of Cardi, I don't be thinking of a makeup guru. I'm not finna go to her for no makeup tips if I ever need, you know, that. Okay, if anything, I think Cardi would be better at starting either a clothing line or, since she got that partnership with Adidas, that shoe line or whoever it was, whoever the fuck she got the collaboration with. Okay, I can't think of it right now, but them. She need to do like a shoe line or a clothing line, okay? But makeup, I don't see that. But, you know, to each their own, okay? But I feel like it's kind of going back to what Nicki said. Once you start to hop on every trend, you start to become kind of faceless. I think Cardi should stick to the whip shots and being a brand ambassador. And if she just got to have her own company, I just feel like it would be better doing a clothing line or a shoe line. Because Culture Wave, makeup, beauty, whatever, that in my most humble opinion, I just don't really see that. But whatever. I feel like this is just another part of her exit strategy, because Cardi's gonna have to do something once she leaves the rap game. She barely got one album left in her ass. But after that, I feel like she gonna be done with rapping after this album. So we already know her heart ain't in it. It was for the bag like everything else she doing. So I mean, whatever you got to do to recoup them coins, because sis loves to pay lawyer fees and whatnot. And word on the street is that McDonald's collaboration wasn't really hidden. So let's talk about that. So apparently they say it's not selling because of allegedly McDonald's, I don't know, I guess they're not seeing the sales that they want after teaming up with them as compared to past celebrity collaborations. Because now a week ago, I saw a few TikTokers, who worked at McDonald's talking about how that video wasn't selling. It was one in particular where the girl was dancing about how the bags were so cute for the Cardi B and Offset meal, but nobody was really buying the actual meal. So, like I said, I've seen a couple of TikToks like that. And then, yesterday I see reports about how a lot of McDonald's owners are concerned and hesitant about allowing the meal to be sold at their location because they feel like Cardi and Offset's lifestyle don't really align with the family-friendly views of McDonald's brand. Okay, so let's get into the write-up. Some U.S. McDonald's restaurant owners have raised concerns over the chain's collaborations with celebrities, including Cardi B and Offset, according to franchisees and email messages to other owners and the company that were reviewed by the Wall Street Journal. So some owners said a number of McDonald's locations have declined to promote the Cardi B and Offset meal because of concerns about being associated with the artist. In messages sent to the U.S. division in recent weeks, several McDonald's franchisees said that the artist's lyrics and lifestyles aren't aligned with the company's brand. Some owners wrote that the chosen celebrities could erode McDonald's family-friendly image and urged other franchise, owners to remove advertising and merchandise associated with Cardi B and Offset meals in their stores. Okay. So let me know what you think about that. Okay. But I think that's kind of, I don't know, bullshit. I feel like, yeah, this may be the case to some extent, but I feel like this is a nice way to say y'all shit ain't selling, okay? Because it's been, 2 or 3 weeks they've been selling this meal, or since they announced their partnership, okay? So damn near a month. So why y'all just now expressing worry and concern about the collaboration, okay? Explain that to me. Or is the real reason because the past, few weeks that it's been out, it ain't really selling, and now y'all feel like it's due to their lifestyle not aligning with the brand? Okay, so y'all ain't think of this when y'all considered them for a collaboration to begin with, okay? So y'all please, them meals ain't selling, and that's the tea. But what's hilarious to me is Cardi B all on Twitter and social media reposting shit like it's doing so good, baby. That shit ain't selling. McDonald's regrets the decision, baby. Do you hear me? Do you hear what they saying? Okay, look at this tweet from Cardi yesterday. This so dope. A club did a Cardi and Offset meal theme. Why I ain't thought about this. I love this. I love cheeseburgers and bad bitches. Right. A strip club full of hoes promoting that trash ass meal is the exact reason why McDonald's is reconsidering the collaboration now, baby. Okay? It ain't family friendly, bitch. You trying to promote a family brand through a strip club now? Okay? Girl, bye. Okay, get them discharged ass burgers out of here. And then what she do earlier yesterday, or not only did she comment under Neighborhood Talk when they reposted that article about a lot of McDonald's owners not really feeling Cardi and Offset being a part of their brand, she not only commented under their, blog, but she also reposted what one of her bigger fan pages had to say. Not a news article, but reposted what a fan page had to say. And this is what the fan page has said. According to the chief marketing officer, McDonald's Tariq Hassan, the Cardi B and Offset meal has already brought significant businesses for franchisees and the company and driven excitement for the brand, including social media. To which Cardi responded by saying, yeah. So let me know what you think about that. My thing is, that's cool and all. The issue is I can't find no quotes on the internet saying that from Tariq Hassan. I've seen several of the quotes from him where he said, across our marketing, we're focused on putting McDonald's at the center of our culture, and whoop-de-doo. I've seen that quote quite a bit, but when I come across, when I cross-reference those words with his name, so I don't get nothing except the URL to this fan page's tweet. Okay, so where are you getting your information from? I'm confused. And regardless, the fact of the matter still stands. It's a lot of franchise owners who take a serious issue with aligning themselves and their brand with the likes of you and your man, okay? Your man who, you know, is a cheater, okay? And you, whom, you know, admitted to drugging or robbing men, pleading guilty in relation to getting some girls beat up because of your cheating ass, careless ass nigga. So I don't know. I wouldn't want to align my brand with you either, okay? So that's the truth. And that's what, you know, no matter how she want to spin it, that's just is what it is. And I honestly don't think that shit is selling either. Not from the TikToks and reviews, okay, that I have seen in the articles and the write-ups, which is another reason I feel like owners don't want to advertise this meal. So let me know what you think about that below. So the last topic I want to touch on as it pertains to Cardi real quick is just to prove a point from my last video, since y'all weird bandwagon assholes, I want to make any bitch with the black scent, no matter what her family look like, assholes, has so much to say and wanted to convince me Cardi is a goddamn Afro-Latina. I've been told y'all that girl ain't black, let alone biracial. But, you know, Bia has a black parent. Okay, she can be biracial. Hot Spice got one black parent. Doja, Sweetie, okay, even Latte Frappuccino ass. All them women can be considered biracial. Cardi B, no. She may be multi-ethnic, but not multiracial. So get into these photos real quick. You have Nicki posted up with her family and Cardi B with hers. Okay? Now you tell me which family is the family of niggas, please. Because looking at Cardi's side, it's giving Mexican. It's giving European ancestry. It's giving non-black, okay? So to all y'all who claim she's an Afro-Latina, where are her monoracial black relatives? Point them to me. Blood, please. Blood relatives. Not her hood rat ass friends, okay? Okay, so get at me in my DMs because, baby, yet again, point proven. So, yeah, she need to keep that nigga. Child, so the next topic I want to get into is none other than the motherfucking Queen Onika Tanya eating these hoes up like it ain't shit to her. Okay, so yesterday all the girls were scrambling because Red Ruby the Sleaze came and slid these hoes. Okay, so all the ghostwriters is scrambling, baby. Do you hear me? They gonna have to do a Zoom conference call. Okay, we gonna need a team of ghostwriters to respond to this bitch pen game. It's too goddamn crazy. Okay. This is why I say she is the female Wayne right here. She the female Wayne. She the female Weezy. She is literally the greatest rapper of all time. I can't even say she's behind Wayne at this point. She is neck and neck. They are one and the same. She is the female version of him. The gag is she can be lyrical and make a hit at the same damn time. Okay. I love the record. I love the record down. I love that she slid these hoes one time. I loved it. Personally, I ain't listened to shit else since it dropped. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That shit been going off, especially in the car, baby. Do you hear me? That beat, her delivery, the tone. I'm well fed. Well fucking fed. Okay? I don't know about you, but I'm well fed. Cornbread fed. Okay, I know these hoes is gagging, bitch, because I'm still gagging. Okay, I'm still breaking down bars. So I'm gonna get into a few bars because we already done touched on, you know, a lot of the bars from, you know, her first verse, because she previewed that a week ago and we talked about it in my last video. But I want to hone in on this second verse, baby, because that verse was fucking lethal. Okay, she killed 3, 4, 5 birds with one fucking stone. She clocked Cardi, she clocked Latte, she clocked Megan. She even threw in a bonus with Missy and Kim. Okay, even Remy. I don't know what in the hell Megan did for her to give her the energy that she was giving her. Okay, for her to give her that Latte and Cardi, and I don't know what Megan did, but it got to been something. Okay, she ain't just dragging this hoe for no reason. We really aren't sure what happened between her and Megan. All we can do is speculate. And like I said before, I do not think it's because Megan linked up with Cardi for WAP. Many people have collaborated with Cardi and are cool with Cardi, and they still cool with Nicki. So I don't think that's the reason. But one thing for sure and two things for certain, Megan most definitely crossed the queen. Okay? She was just smart enough to keep that shit behind the scenes, unlike Latte and Cardi. But for Nicki to come for Megan the way she came for her on this record, oh, baby, something. Baby, I want to get into these bars because, you know, Nicki's metaphors is like, it's like metaphor heaven, bitch. Okay, so the first line of the second verse, Nicki say, when the queen leave, bitches want to come out like a cockroach until I'm cooking in the kitchen like a pot roast. And child, why the first thing I think of is Cardi B in that outfit from last month, bitch. At the Grammys in that brown outfit. Girl, I kid you not, I about fucking choked. But nah, she is talking about, like, you know, roaches be in the kitchen in the dark, and as soon as you get to turning on the light switch and get busy in the kitchen, they get to scrambling. So she's saying these hoes scrambling like some roaches when she popped back outside. Okay, where's the lie? And then she went on to say, you know, Dorito bitches mad that they not chose. And I think that was a slight to a few bitches. Okay, Dorito bitches mad that they not chose. Okay, there's some layers to that bar, and I want to break it down. So we obviously know she's referencing Doritos nacho chips. Okay, cool, whatever, bet. And we also know she's saying, you know, not chose, like you not chose, bitches not chosen. She the chosen one, right? Because recently, Missy Elliott did team up with Jack Harlow last month for the Super Bowl Doritos ad. Okay. And not only that, Megan did last year have a Doritos collaboration. And literally a month before that, Cardi B shared her love for Doritos and her Doritos snack recipe, whatever in the fuck that was. And, you know, if for some reason it made news. I don't know why the blogs posted that like it was news. But she's saying all these Dorito ass bitches, okay, Megan, Cardi, Missy, really mad that they not chosen. Which is really, this bar is a quadruple entendre. Okay, because not only is she talking about them two things, I low-key feel like she can also be taking it to be for latte. Because what Ice Spice say in Bikini Bottom, how can I lose when I'm already chose, right? And what happened about a month ago on the Grammys red carpet? Latte ass was caught out on Twitter because people felt like she was shading Ice Spice because when the interviewer girl asked her, you know, how can I lose when I'm already chose? Latte was acting clueless. And even when the interview girl started continuing on with the song and was saying, like, Latte still ain't act like she ain't know what was going on. So people felt like, you know, Latte was kind of being funny. And what did Nicki do last Friday? Didn't she pin Ice Spice comment under her picture on Instagram? Okay, the one with the pink sweats, okay, and the rainbow coat. So I feel like Nicki just so goddamn calculated. She's so goddamn calculated. And to put the cherry on top, Hot Spice turned around and tweeted that particular bar. So she wanted that hoe to come back and reference and clock that tea. Okay, so clock it, Latte. I'm here for it. So you can also take it that way, but hold on, okay? Hold on, because there's another way you can take it, especially since I think this bar was hitting twice for Megan. Because not only was she referencing Megan's Dorito ads collaboration, but Megan was also making nachos at Kylie Jenner's house that night, you know, which would eventually end up in flames. But ultimately, you know, what was the reason Megan got upset at Kylie's house? The fact that Toi was flirting with Kylie and chose to stay at the house with Kylie instead of going home with Megan and Kelsey, even though she wanted Toi to leave with her. And people feel that way because Megan had that driver turn his ass back around after he was damn near already to Megan's house to go back to go, you know, for Tori, because she ended up leaving with Tori the second time. So, bitch, that bar definitely had layers to it, which is why Nicki is the greatest rapper alive of all time. Again, lyrical genius, okay? Nicki also said, all them botched faced photos, why would you post those? Okay. And that was definitely a slight to Cardi. Okay. Low key Kimberly too, but definitely for Cardi. She already said after all of that surgery, you were still ugly. And that is what gets me. Okay. So yeah, they botched face. Let's not lie. Okay. And when Nicki said that 40 cow make them dance like a go-go, child, I think the internet about choked again, because I know I did. This is a double entendre, I feel like, because, you know, I see a lot of people saying this was for, you know, Megan. And I also see some people were saying, you know, she was, you know, playing in the face of those who be talking about her age because, you know, she just turned 40 or whatever. And it looks like she does. The fuck good. So let me know what you thought. But when Nicki said, you know, because bitches couldn't walk in my Crocs, that's word to Dundee, I thought that was witty as fuck because she broke the internet when she came back in 2021 with the pink Crocs and was referencing that Crocodile Dundee 80s comedy movie. And then she turned around and said, just a bunch of airheads like Kelly Bundy, who is an actual airhead in real life, like a lot of these rap bitches, you know. They up here talking about, well, I'm ready to say she ain't know a fox was a real animal. GloRilla ain't no ham was pork, okay? So these hoes do be acting a little slow. I ain't gonna lie. And what's funny is, GloRilla was up in Nicki likes when a song dropped, but she don't follow her on Instagram. Okay, so she intentionally had to go to her page and like that shit. But baby, why can't you just follow her? Because y'all know she was following her, but then she collaborated with Cardi B and unfollowed Nicki for some weird reason. So, you know. And then Nicki did go on to say, you know, that they slower than sloths. You know, talk about the rap girls. And we ain't gonna act like people don't be saying GloRilla don't look like Sid from Ice Age. Okay, that's just what the internet be saying, not me. Okay. So, and she do be talking about a nigga nutting on her food and, you know, saying dumb shit like that. So, like, a slower than a sloth. Okay. So, and then toward the end of the chorus, she said, we don't be caring like da na 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 na, which, you know, is also a double entendre because she, you know, is talking about the New York fashion designer Donna Karen, and she is also using Karen as a homophone to mean we ain't caring, like, you know, we don't give a fuck. And she shading Latte ass because back in October when they had, you know, got into it, Nicki called Latte an entitled Karen, which she is entitled as the fuck, okay, as you can see. So now Nicki also said Theory Mugler flow trying to cut the cloth. Now, that line I feel like was for Cardi and a little bit for Megan too, because Megan did have a collaboration with them last year, or at least, or was that 2021? Either one of the two. She had a collaboration with them. And, you know, Cardi always talking about Mugler this, Mugler that, and a Wild Side, she talking about, you know, come take me out of this Mugler. Okay, so I feel like this was definitely for them, because when she said they trying to cut the cloth, she basically saying, you know, how these hoes ain't cut from the same cloth. They ain't cut from the same cloth, okay? She is cut from a different type of cloth. They ain't made like her. And, you know, also, they be trying to jack her flow and her lyrics and absorb and use all of that shit, because terry cloth is also a material of cotton that is known to absorb liquid well, okay? Gagged. Again, her mind is insane. So, bitch, I'm still breaking down bars. So let me know what all you done deciphered that I done missed, because I'm still, you know, you got to go back and listen. We can talk about it on Twitter, bitch. But, you know, y'all have to let me know what other bars have you feel like I missed. But we ain't done yet when it comes to the queen, okay? Because she went on Queen Radio last night and talked about how bitches be, you know, they be so ready to get mad when they can't get close to her, okay, and get that, and they start to get this, turn it into like a hatred of some sort. And she also talked about a YouTuber. Some people say it was a YouTuber named Armand, and some other people say it's Jason Lee. Whatever, you can take it either way you want to. But Latte, Cardi, Megan, y'all need to come to the forefront. Like, she also spoke on ghostwriters, because she referred to, you know, the vibe and the Billboard list of, you know, about who the ghostwriters really is. Because when you see writers next to her name, it's because they wrote the hooks and the chorus, which, you know, we've been new. It's you slow hoes who don't, okay, and want to say otherwise. So Latte can clock that tea, because Latte tried to claim they all had the same ghostwriters back in October when they had got into it, when in reality, okay, Latte had the ghostwriters for her verses, while Nicki had credited writers helping her with her chorus. On top of that, Nicki can write her own chorus too, because, you know, she don't always do, but, you know, she's not really a singer, but she can sing, right? She can hold a tune. So she most certainly be writing her own verses though, which is why she takes so much pride in it. And she also mentioned how she would never get off of her throne for you bum ass hoes. Clock that tea too, Latte. Now, I also found it interesting how she mentioned that Billboard did invite her to the Billboard Women in Music Awards, but she had declined. Gag it, okay? Them hoes need to go ahead and wipe the egg off their face, since the Frappuccino was allegedly trying to shake the queen at that event, with the whole trying to mock Doechii with that alleged attempt to try to shade Nicki. But we gonna get into that in a minute, okay? But we gonna get into that. But she had posted something to her story like an hour or two before Nicki had went on Queen Radio yesterday. This is what Latte had posted to her story.
We're celebrating women tonight, yourself included. Who's a female artist that you look up to, maybe who has inspired you?
Shout out to Trina. I love Trina Down. She was the first like OG to embrace me, and I'll never forget that. Rest in peace, Gangsta Boo. That's my girl. We love you, Lola.
You got a fan right behind you.
Who is that? Who is that?
Now, Latte trying to say Trina is her biggest inspiration. Trina is who inspired you. Even though my thing is, here's my thing. Be honest. Your whole career, you've been asked this same question. and you've been saying the same person up until 4 months ago. At least be a real bitch, okay? Because you look pressed and you look like a hater. I'ma always give a bitch her tens, even if I don't really fuck with the bitch. Like, if we talking about artistry, they are rappers at the end of the day. And even in the hip hop beefs, you have rappers who have gave credit when it was due. Case in point, after Nicki and Remy had dropped diss tracks against one another, Nicki still gave Remy props because she said Remy handled it how a rapper's supposed to handle shit in the studio. And she praised Remy's skill before, just like she had with Lil' Kim, even after they had got into their thing. So, you know, it just goes to show the lack of immaturity, honesty, and transparency on Latto's part. So I love the record. I'm here for Red Ruby the Sleeves. I'm here for it. And you know, hip hop is a sport. It's competitive. Niggas do this all the time. And a lot of times they'll take it there. Okay? All the way to the dead homies like Dirk and Von situation. So Nicki haters, okay, ain't have shit to say when Latto was saying it's still giving cope and super freaky grandma. They ain't have shit to say about that. Or 40-year-old bully. Okay? Nicki haters ain't have shit to say when Megan was talking about nobody coming to see you, Otis. I'm the big homie, but I ain't the oldest. Oh, you feeling yourself, get off them perks. And all them shots she was taking in that song, Ungrateful, talking about Perkins is popping, these bitches gotta be snoting, whatever the fuck she was saying. Talking about if she coming for me, the bitch need to come harder. Wasn't Megan saying all of that? Okay? Wasn't Megan saying all that? Go listen to Ungrateful. Wasn't Cardi saying, don't start arms? Okay, I got 5 number ones, you got 5 number nuns. I got condos in that bitch head. Y'all was acting like y'all was so gagged at that. Wasn't her fans hyping that up? Okay, saying that was for Onika. Okay, didn't Cardi post a random photo of Kenny's ex to her Instagram story after JT and Cardi had got into it, and Nicki had put JT as her profile pic? Okay, so let's stop acting like it's one-sided. Let's stop acting like Nicki is a bully when in reality these hoes be steady picking at the bear. I'm sick of this soft-ass generation of rap. Get your ass in the studio and lay some bars. So, you know, I feel like all these hoes need to respond, especially Megan. You better not wait until she go back on the hiatus. You best to bring your ass out. You best to say something, girl. And Cardi needs to get Party on the phone immediately, okay? Because she ate Cardi ass up too. I don't want to see no shade being thrown on social media. I don't want to see it, okay? I want to hear it in the music. We don't need none of that hoopla. Okay, and get in the studio, lay some bars so you can raise the bar and set an example of how shit's supposed to go. This is a sport. Y'all need to act like it. Don't be trying to look for no sympathy. Okay, like Nicki said, Ghostwriters is scrambling, probably doing conference calls and shit. And a bonus bar, she even threw some shade towards Kenny X-Way. Redbone, no. Okay, Nicki said his ex hit him. He like, nah, 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 nah. Okay, because like I said, Cardi was trying to be funny and throw that hoe on her Instagram stories and follow her like a weirdo just because Nicki showed support to JT. And Kenny X really been pressed ever since he left her ass in 2018, so she can really get it too. And by the way, shout out to Kenny, who according to the queen, been holding her down even at her lowest of times, doing what a husband's supposed to do while y'all want him to be out being an Offset so goddamn bad. But you know, y'all let me know what y'all think about the song and Queen Radio down below. What else do you hope has to come from the queen? What do you expect this year? And also let me know what other bars you caught, bitch, because like I said, I'm still breaking down the shit. So y'all let me know what y'all thought about. The next topic I want to get into has to do with Megan and Cardi and this whole BAPS remake ordeal. So it was reported by several media outlets that Cardi B and Megan decided to reach out to the producer and director who made the BAPS movie in the 90s with Halle Berry and Natalie Desselle Reddy, rest in paradise to her. But they didn't came asking him to do a remake to the movie in whatever capacity that entailed. Regardless, let me know what you think about it. But personally, I don't think just because you slapped some BAPS-like wigs on your head goddamn 3 years ago and paid a little bit of homage, I don't think that qualify the grounds for a remake. I'm actually tired of the remakes at this point. Like, this film is the same age as me. Can we not be original at anything anymore? Or does everything got to be a remake? You know, everything these days got to be a remake. Okay? Like, some things I think we just need to leave alone and let them be classics. Okay? Trina and Nicki had a song literally called BAPS. You ain't see them going and try to remake a whole goddamn movie. So I think it's one of those things that need to be left alone. I think it's one of those things where this is a 90s black classic film, okay, that a lot of people in the black community have seen damn near 30 years later and doing a remake. That don't even make sense. And first of all, don't black or BAPS. Don't that stand for Black American Princesses? Because we already established this. Cardi is not black. Okay, and so why are we gonna have a woman who ain't black starring in a movie entitled or stands for Black American Princesses? That don't make sense. And then she claims she have Trini, but she ain't never at Now Festival and she ain't never repping Trini. So I mean, you know, I'm just good on a non-black woman even touching a classic. Needless to say, I don't even think this needs to be touched. Do another movie that takes inspiration from it, but leave this whole synopsis alone. Okay, but y'all might feel different strokes for different folks. So let me know your thoughts about it below. So another topic that I want to get into is Glory Hallelujah and the not so glorious things she is alleged to have done a few days ago. Okay, so a couple of days ago, GloRilla security, or now her ex-security, claimed that GloRilla fired him after he wouldn't go back and beat that girl up who threw that water on GloRilla last week, okay, or the week before, whenever that shit was, okay? So yeah, remember we talked about it. I gave my commentary. So basically, remember some girl was just basically upset that GloRilla had did a little walkthrough at this club instead of actually performing. You know, didn't even say a word or two or a line from FNF Tomorrow 2. She just did a little walkthrough, and there were some fans who were a bit upset about that, you know, because they paid their money. They thought they was going to, you know, see her do some type of performance. But honestly, it all came down to the promoter. It was his fault. But anyway, you know, people were upset with GloRilla, and one of the girls, you know, they kind of tossed some water on her. And GloRilla, to say the least, was upset. So she went on Facebook about it, if you know, and she went on Twitter. Okay, she was upset. So remember, she made some type of comment, and she was like, well, ask her how her face feel or something like that. Basically implying that she put the paws on the girl. So people was like, oh, the girl got beat up, or whoop-de-whoop. So, but then come to find out, the girl, she came out on social media and revealed, like, you know, her face is good. She good or whatever. So, you know, she was like, you know, ask me how I am. I'm fine. You know, the girl didn't look like she was touched. So, you know, people was like, okay. They was looking at Glory Hallelujah sideways. Like, the girl looked fine. So, you know, that was a little bit weird. So the shit kind of, you know, died down after that. So needless to say, GloRilla was upset. But now we fast forward. And here we now have her security claiming he's fired because he did not go back in there and whoop that girl ass. Okay, so here's my thing. How are you trying to send a man to beat up on a woman if this is, you know, the real, like, you know, this is true? And I really don't, you know, put it past GloRilla. I mean, honestly. Because why would you say, you know, ask her how her face feel? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, unless this person was posing an immediate threat or a danger to you, I mean, the man did his job. You was, you know, brought to safety. You were good. You was all right. So why did you want him to go back in there and beat up on that girl? Okay. So, like, who are you? Cardi B Jr. sending niggas to beat up on women? Like, you've been hanging around Cardi a little bit too much, Miss Ma'am. Okay. I'm not feeling this move. Okay. Like, you done already said you done let your nigga nut on your food before you eat it. And now you sending a nigga to try to beat up on a woman. Okay, because she threw a little bit of water on your face. Girl, if you don't, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. Like, that's kind of strike too for me personally. But I'm not really fucking with that. But, you know, you let me know what you think about it below. Maybe you feel like she's justified in that. But I personally do not. Okay, it's giving me Cardi B Jr. vibes. But let me know your thoughts on that. The last topic I want to get into is latte ass. Because she decided she wanted to be a controversial ass bitch for the sake of remaining trending. So the blogs can, you know, keep talking about her and y'all can keep saying her name in the hopes of it translating into sales. But the only thing it's going to translate to is your ass out the rap game, okay? Because nobody's really here for somebody who's disrespectful, entitled, and just wanting to be controversial for the sake of it. And I'm going to tell you why I think Latte bears all those titles. Let's start with the fact that she is taking the Nicki Pop route because her rap shit ain't selling. And she biting Doja Cat sound with the record that she's going with this direction of this new record that she got Lottery. And now here she go taking the Cardi B formula to stay trending and relevant when in reality all you're being is controversial. Latte don't care what we're talking about as it pertains to her as long as we're talking about her, right? That's all she care about. So in my mind, it comes across as, well, nobody is talking about my music, so let me do some shit or say some shit to get them trending, or to get my name trending, and hopefully that'll help drive sales, right? So, no, wrong. We still ain't trying to stream that bullshit, but we most certainly will talk about the desperation you seem to have to stay, the topic of discussion. So let's start with the fact that, one, you thought going against Nicki Minaj would be beneficial when she clearly warned your ass that it would not benefit you. Someone on your team should have advised you of that, but instead they set your ass up for failure, okay? And your career really ain't been right ever since, has it? Okay? And then she tries so hard not to say Nicki Minaj's name when you already proved you are a fan. So we know you be watching, you be listening, and you be waiting. We know she lives in your head rent free because you dropped a whole freestyle. Okay, just trying to, just so you could take a shot at her. All right, and at Ice Spice, attempting to claim that, you get claimed when your nigga ain't came out to claim you. In fact, he's done the opposite. Your song's been leaking, you've been flopping, talking shit in your music, or throwing shade in speeches, and now here we are. So let's get into it. The other day, Latto responded to a blog by the name of No Jumper that is apparently ran by a man. Well, apparently there is a video floating around of Latto talking to a foreigner on Ogilvy or Omegle, whatever. Okay, she was on that. And she was on there asking him to follow her on Instagram and download her song, okay? And he looked so goddamn confused. He ain't know what in the hell was going on. So this is what No Jumper captioned the post. Okay, so when you read Latto, and then I'm gonna read you Latto response. So this is what he said. Latto was on Omegle and landed with someone who didn't even know who she was. So Latto responded back and said, corny. I interrupted my friend conversation with this man from India, talked about how I can't wait to visit, and said, let's follow each other. The fuck is funny. I never expected him to know who I am or anyone for that matter. Adam, you a hoe. You wouldn't try male rapper like this. I done had enough today. I be trying not to respond to every little thing. Leave me alone. I don't bother nobody. I wake up, work out, cook, and go to the studio and repeat. And I ain't gonna tell y'all no more. Okay, well, we ain't gonna tell you no more to shut the fuck up because we clearly don't care, okay? But that really won't happen because, she wants to trend 3 bad. But first of all, you had enough of what? Because somebody called you out for being cap on the internet, pretending like you're such a girl's girl. Okay, and then now we see in this video of you looking like you begging foreigner to stream your music and follow you. It is kind of funny. Okay, you talking about what's funny? That's right there. That's what's funny. The fact that he looked confused. Okay, so here she go. It's like now you want to play the battle of the sexes. First of all, we've been new. Okay, they do niggas versus females in the industry as it pertains to hip hop. So that's just what it is. Okay, that's beating a dead horse. Do what you got to do, work hard, mind your business, and pay low life, people dust. Excuse me, since you also flourishing. So you really can't be flourishing too much if you keeping up with what blogs have to say about you. Okay, you claim you interrupted a conversation between old dude and your friend. Well, your friend speak Indian? Okay, because he looked like he didn't understand nothing that was being said. Like, miss me with the bullshit. Y'all wanted him to follow and stream your song so he can put his Indian people on it? Okay, I highly doubt he cares. Trying to get them followers up, build your fan base, that's not how you're going to do it. Okay, that's not how you got to do it. You got to appeal to the people, and the only thing you really appealing to is the floor, baby, because you ain't got up yet, baby. Okay, do you hear me? Then here she go again, responding to another blog the other day, and how ironic, literally the next day, like how ironic the owner behind the next blog is also a man, right? So she trying to, I guess, work this angle like niggas is coming for her, kind of like what Megan tried to do. Megan tried to paint the picture like all these industry men were against her and whatnot, and that's where I think Latto is trying to go here. Because these same blogs that sing your praises and you pay them dust, but the moment they say something that don't really sit well with you, now we gonna acknowledge somebody. Okay, girl, fuck you. So this is what happened. The YouTuber Armand Wiggins had tweeted this. I the one. It didn't even break top 50, let alone top 20, top 10, top 5, or 3. Number 1, I was wondering why I was so quiet, but like I will always say, anything in the top 100 a hit. So Latto took her ass up on Twitter and typed this as a response. What have you done in life besides talk about what everybody else doing with theirs? I'm really sick of y'all low-life grown-ass men speaking on me. Pussy. Motherfuckers ain't doing half of what I'm doing but want me to be ashamed of my accomplishments. Okay, so what y'all think about that? She said people ain't doing half of what she doing, baby. What you doing? Fucking on a man? Nah, I ain't doing that shit. You right. Okay, so what you doing? Dropping the flop music? I ain't doing that either. So, tell me what you did. You done went up against Nicki and been on the floor flourishing ever since, right? Baby, miss me with it. Okay. Talking about what have you done in life. I mean, do you know this man and say what has he done? And my thing is, what makes a YouTuber so much more different than the likes of the Shade Room or the Neighborhood Talk or these Twitter and IG blogs or even these radio hosts and commentators? What in the hell makes YouTubers so different? Okay, just because they don't have to work for a, quote unquote, system. Okay, they're independently operated because they ain't got your label in their pocket because they ain't kissing your ass. So Latte to me is just another girl that seeks validation from strangers on the internet. Choo choo, bitch, because I spy the sympathy train coming and the Payola Express ain't too far behind. Now, after Latte said what she said to Armand, she had also tweeted this. I quit before I catch a case. I'm finna start a family. Well, baby, that's peaches and cream, but can you quit in silence? You can exit in silence, right? And what you want people to feel sorry for you and beg you to stay in the industry? First of all, you can't go nowhere. You in a whole 360 contract. RCA ain't through working your ass yet. So you can't quit, okay? She still got a little more water in the towel. They ain't done wrung her dry ass out yet. So, and what you mean you finna catch a case? Catch a case for what? Behind what? Because a blogger who didn't even mention you had an opinion that you didn't like? And then he ended the statement with saying in the top 100 was a hit, either way. So what are you really mad at? I mean, are you really upset because you expected Lottery to debut higher than what it did and his comment triggered you? Because, 83 is not horrible because you're still in the top 100, but it's not amazing. It's not really an official hit. It's a top, it's not like, a top 30, top 20, or top 10. And y'all knew Hoes is the one who put emphasis on numbers, but I guess numbers don't matter when you in them double digits, okay? Because that's what it's looking like to me. So Armand responded in a series of tweets, but the one that gagged me was this one. Don't catch a case, catch a hit. Instead of worrying about me, worry about how Ice Spice came and ate you up. And bitch, when I tell you about choked, spit, gagged, all that, I did, okay? So let me know how you feel. But, it's kind of just crazy to me how, she has all this energy for niggas, but not with females. With females, she gonna slide in their DMs and, try to kind of talk to them sideways like they owe her something. But, with niggas, she want to respond publicly and call them pussies and claim, she gonna catch a case. Girl, Alyssa, sit down, because what are you gonna do, okay? And then you fast forward to the very next day after she got into it with 21 jumping on mine. Here she go, getting into it with another blogger who was also a man. And here she go, talking to him at the side of her BBL's ass cheek, okay? So, she done stirred up more chitter chatter because, she want to be shady once again. So the people have been talking about how they believe Latte was being funny with her Billboard Women in Music speech or whatever. So basically they thought she was taking a little, direct slight at Doechii or Nicki Minaj. So take a look at Doechii's speech versus Latte's speech. Okay, need I mind you, Doechii won her award and gave her speech first. And a little while later, Latte gets up there for her award and speech. So take a listen.
This is the same award that Nicki Minaj won, Lady Gaga won, Janelle Monáe won. So this is a huge, huge stamp. And I'm really, really proud of myself. And I'm just so grateful. Thank you. Thank you so much, Powerhouse. Megan Thee Stallion won this award. Doja Cat won this award. It's crazy because...
Y'all can let me know what y'all think. Now, before I get into what I think, I want to show you Latte's response. So this is her response to a barb who basically said that Latte was shading Nicki Minaj and mocking Doechii. And Latte said this. Y'all arms not sore from all that reaching. And need I mind you, this page, it is ran by a man also, just like Armand, just like No Jumper. So this seems to kind of somewhat of a pattern for Latte. Like she's the only woman, that she's being picked on by these men and, all of that stuff. Okay. And on top of that, two things can be true at once, right? So does Latte like Doechii as an artist? Maybe so. But that don't mean she can't feel no ways when Doechii got on that stage and mentioned, the likes of Nicki Minaj and other real ass icons who won that same award she was winning. So y'all know Latto, she's so damn entitled, and she probably felt like she was disrespected in a way. I don't know. So because how are you gonna take your ass up on that stage and say what she said word for word, bar for bar? Like, you stole her whole flow. Okay, somebody needs to call Soulja Boy expeditiously. Okay, so then you mention Megan and Doja as if they have reached the icon status that Nicki and Lady Gaga have. Like, girl, pipe down, please. You just wanted to one up somebody. That's what that was. And then she gonna like tweets talking about she missed when people ain't give a damn about the charts, like she wasn't updating us every moment Big Energy was rising on the charts. Weren't you celebrating being number 3 at one point, or is it because 83 ain't big enough numbers? Now all of a sudden it don't matter. So if you debuted in the top 20 or top 10, would you really keep that same energy is my question. And I highly doubt you would. And don't your fake ass new favorite Cardi B, isn't she obsessed with the charts? And so is her fan base, right? Make it make sense for me. So, Latto can go sit down, okay, and worry about the ATL loctician who exposed you and 21 for really being together. So do what you're going to do with that. Worry about them numbers, okay? The length of time it's going to take them people to figure out what's going on and how long it's going to be before that nigga get deported. Worry about them numbers, okay? Now, people do believe that Doechii did shade Latte when she posted this little Instagram video with Nicki in the background, and y'all can take what y'all want from this, but I most certainly do not believe in coincidences. Doechii saw what was being said, she saw what was trending, and for why. So, what sense would it make for her to go online and do something she could stir the pot? So I absolutely do think that, she was feeling a little some type of way. And, I feel like it was kind of her way of saying, yeah, I peeped your shady ass up there on that stage, but, I'm going to keep it cute. And, that's the energy it was kind of giving me. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about that down. So remember, this is my commentary and opinion. You can let me know yours, down in the comments. I look forward to reading your thoughts. Don't forget to give this video that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, lounge with me on Instagram, really Twitter. Okay, lounge with me on Twitter at my handle, Southern Tea. That is Southern Tea with 2 A's at the end. I will catch y'all in my next video.